Joining us now, everyone, from Virginia Beach, Virginia, is Tenishia. You see, when Tenishia gave birth to her youngest daughter, Riley, her boyfriend Jonathan was right there next to her. When Riley was born, Jonathan said three things. First, he said, "She's here." Second, he said, "How are you feeling?" And third, he said, "Why is she so dark?" You see, Tenishia and Jonathan have three other children, and Jonathan insists baby Riley looks nothing like any of them. Okay, so Tenishia, Jonathan wants a paternity test because of the way your daughter Riley looks. How does that make you feel?
So irritated. He knows that baby's his. I just feel like he is very upset that the baby looks like me and not him.
Let's start at the beginning. Now, you have 4 children with Jonathan, right?
Yes.
And the other 3, according to Jonathan, they look the same. But Riley doesn't.
How do you expect a female to feel after she gives birth to a baby that she carried for 9 months? To hear her boyfriend we were together about 4 or 5 years at the point, how do you tell them, why is she so dark? What do you mean?
Right.
What am I supposed to say to that? Like, you're here, that's your child. You know what we did to have that child. That's yours.
Take a look at Antonio, Amina, and Osama. Those are the other 3. Now,
yes.
So Jonathan says all 3 of these kids have what Riley doesn't have, right?
Okay, so if you look at Antonio, Amina, and Osama, when they were first born, they came out very Caucasian looking. In his mind, he says that they are going to have to gain their skin color to get darker. So when Riley was born, she automatically came out very dark.
Do you think Riley and Jonathan look alike? Are there any features that are similar?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Look at them too. How can you deny that? The only thing that child really, she has my nose, but all my kids have my nose. But look at the smile. No.
No, but here's the thing. It's not only the way she looks, it's her personality. Apparently, when Jonathan says to Riley, "I love you," Riley says, "I don't love you."
Or, no, she does
yes, she
not.
does. She says, I don't love you. No way. All of that.
Riley, okay, the other 3 kids, they're very standoffish and they're very wild. Riley is very sensitive and she's very caring. She will literally go up to strangers and try to hug them. Like, I have to be like, "No, girl, this is not safe." So, no, there's no way she's going to tell her own father, "I don't love you." No.
What happened at the hospital when you picked out Riley's name?
At the hospital, I was there for 3 days altogether, or 2 days, I'm sorry. And we kept debating on names, could never figure it out. So he goes and does a poll on Facebook and asks his friends, says, what should I name my daughter? So one person picked out the name Riley. And the only reason that stood out to me is because I liked how it was spelled. So we spell it Ryleigh. Love the spelling. He continued to basically want to be asleep, and I felt like he wasn't engaging as much with her in the hospital as he did his other 3 kids. And so when the lady finally came in there, she was like, "Y'all are about to be discharged, and I've got to leave. I need a name to go on this birth certificate." He was asleep, and I tried to wake him up, and he didn't wake up in time, so I took charge of her name, and her name is now Riley Faye Mills.
If he turns out not to be the father of Riley, that means you cheated on him.
No, sir. I stand 10 toes down that baby is his.
Right.
No cheating going on here. And if that baby is not his, and I told him, then that baby's not mine either, and we have a whole nother issue.
What do you mean, switched at birth?
And that's exactly what I mean.
Oh, my God.
Nurses are stressed out at hospitals, everything going on, the COVID, this, that, and the third. She went to the nursery. A nurse really could have dropped off. She didn't want to lose her job, and she could have just slipped that thing right back on my baby. And I could be raising someone else's kid.
Oh, boy.
I am not a cheater.
Okay.
I don't believe that for a second.
Well, you can believe what you want to believe. I told you already.
But here's the thing. Didn't you have a text message from a male coworker and you had to delete?
Yes, and to this day, I regret it and I apologize for it all the time. And I know it has caused more insecurities in our relationship, just as well as he's caused insecurities. But one thing about me, I'm not a cheater and I'm not a liar, so I'm here to kill two birds with one stone.
Is it about her looks?
Not only her looks, it's multiple things at one. The way she acts, the way she treats me. Literally, all of my kids, we literally have the strongest bonds. There's no bond stronger than ours. And for her, out of all of them, to just be the eyeball and just, oh, no, I don't like Daddy. I'm gonna just stay away from him. He's not
She's
the
2
cool
years
guy.
old. How big do you expect the bond to be right now? She can't look like and act like her mom? Are you that
Well,
upset she can't do that? Not once?
Osama is only 3 months, and we already have the bond. Like, we've been knowing each other for like 20
He's
years.
a boy. He's a boy.
And
He's gonna bond
but
harder
he's a
with
baby.
you.
He's a
Okay,
baby.
but boys are gonna bond harder with their father, and girls typically bond harder with their mother.
You don't think her hair could be like yours?
Not at all, because
That's
kind
what
of
I
hair
said too, but
doesn't
he's bald.
run in my family at all. But even then, that kind of hair doesn't run in my family. Like, literally, our hair grows fast. So I've never, like, out of all of my kids, how is that baby the only one that, oh, her hair is just going to be slow? Everything about her is going to be slow. The way from her walking, talking, you name it, everything has been way off from any other kid. Like, it's like you try to compare it, and it's like, well, why is it like that?
Lord, all kids grow differently.
All
You
I can
cannot
say
keep
is
using that.
only science can explain that.
No, this DNA test gonna explain that.
That's science.
Okay.
100% you the father.
But apparently, Jonathan, you looked at her from the get-go and thought she was different.
As soon as she was born, I looked at her and one of the pictures. I don't know if you have that picture, but I was sitting there staring at her, and even that night, it was all the signals. But I wasn't sure. It took for me to go out into my community and for other people to make comments and to say things for it to even affect me and bother me.
What comments? Other people talking?
Who cares
like,
what other people think? You know deep down that's your baby, just like I do.
Whose baby is that? Are you babysitting? Everything.
Such a joke.
Like,
Wow.
I've literally heard literally everything.
But you and Tenishia weren't in the best position, right, when she got pregnant?
She was texting other guys, deleting stuff. The same day we found out she was
I literally told you exactly what I did, and I made it when you asked.
the same day we found out she was pregnant with Kay, we went fishing at the beach, and I was a little ways away, and she was on the phone with another guy for about 2 hours. So I came to the conclusion after that hey, like, something's not right. On the same day that you find out you're pregnant with her, you call another male, and you talk to him for 2 hours or more.
I was not on no phone for 2 hours. I don't like talking to people that much. And I already told you it was work drama related.
The messages say otherwise.
You want to be the father of Riley?
I do. I really do. Because, I mean, I love her to death. Like, even when she's mean to me, I go buy her whatever she wants, take her wherever she wants, anything like that.
And she really told you she didn't love you?
Yeah, she does this thing. She goes, no, no way, no love you.
She's
And
2
I'm like,
years
okay.
old. She
Or
hasn't
even if
developed
I
her
ask
feelings
her,
yet.
Sometimes, like, just in a joking way, I've asked her, like, just joking around, like, am I your dad? No. I'm like, all right. Well, of course it's a kid, so you're not gonna take it serious, but you just messing with her. I'm just like,
Well,
you know.
well, maybe she's messing with you. I mean,
Yeah,
you know,
I hope so.
maybe it's a joke on her to her. You know.
Yeah, I
Maury,
hope
can't
so.
you
That's
agree
what I'm
that she
hoping.
looks like him? Can't you see that, Maury? We can all see that, right?
Tanisha, you gonna put me in this spot? You imagine?
Yes, sir.
You know you can't. You know you
Oh
can't.
my
Look.
God!
Because it's
Listen,
no
we
way
gonna
possible.
find out.
There's just no way possible.
You know how many thousands of kids I've looked at?
Maury, all of our kids came out like literally. You thought they were white kids, like I promise you. And then she came out, and it's like whoa, hold on,
Jonathan,
did you sleep with somebody?
You know my show. You know I have told people that they're the father of these kids and they don't look like them. Okay?
Yeah. I understand that.
All right.
That's understandable. So it's just so many.
Well, guess what? We're gonna try to make everything right. Is there anything you want to say to him, Tanisha, before I read this?
You know dang on well that child is yours. And once that test proves it, I don't want to hear nothing else behind the situation. We need to move on with our lives. All 4 kids are yours, and we gonna keep it rocking because I love you, and that's what it come down to.
Boy, I couldn't say it better myself. Here we go. In the case of 2-year-old Riley, Jonathan, you are the father.
Let's go! Let's go!
I don't want to you to do
Let's
nothing
go.
else. I don't want you to do nothing else.
Okay.
Thank you,
Okay.
Maury. We good.
Let's
Thank
go.
you.
Okay.
You are not the father.